Hey guys, it's Lori. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is prompted by you guys, because I did a video on Dermacol. I just have my sample here, and this is shade 210. I did use my bronzer, my blush, my setting spray, everything that I could possibly think of that I would do on a normal basis, as opposed to just kind of, seeing how it wore without doing extra stuff to it last time. That did not go so well for me. I got like thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. And then it just kept going up and down. It's like 50-50, and I'm like, all right. I know that this is a popular product, and I know that a lot of you have loved it, asked questions, are super excited about it, as am I. SPF 30, waterproof, sweat-proof, full coverage. Like I said before, that would be my dream. I know some of you said, hey, don't, can't test a foundation for, as long as you did before. That is normally what happens to me. I'm a performer, and I test foundations for a long time. But it does say it's full coverage, sweat-proof, waterproof, so you would think that it would hold up on the skin a little bit longer. Again, I set today. I didn't put any sunscreen underneath because there's 30 in it. I know that's not smart, so I set with my Super Goop SPF 50. I think I mentioned this in my sunscreen touch-up video. I will link to that as well. Those are not getting a lot of love, you guys, and you asked me for them, so that makes me kind of sad. But anyway, this is Broad Spectrum SPF 50 PA+++. So I set with this. I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to also set again one more time right now with my Wet n Wild. Yeah, I love actually the way that this looks right now. Now, I said that before when I left. I really appreciated the way it looked when I left and initially on my time out. It was after about 3 hours that I started feeling like a grease ball. And what I'm going to try to do today is make this a 6 to 8 hour check-in, because most of you guys are saying you feel like that's about normal. Anything more than 8 hours, would be a touch-up. And I want you guys to know that I am here. I'm listening to what you guys have to say. I'm retesting this for me and for you because you guys love it so much. I know that I need to retest it. This is my first retest ever, and so I'm excited to see how it turns out. You guys know that I returned the foundation, did not like it at all. It broke me out. It irritated my face. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet who does not think this is one of the greatest foundations to be hyped and discovered and tested and loved it this year. And this is my finished look. It's the same shade. I did go ahead and add my blush. Bronzer was key for me because this shade is I'm a medium skin. I'm going to say almost light neutral. It's not quite a medium, more of a lightish neutral. These shades are really hard. If I repurchase, which if it keeps feeling like it is right now, I might potentially repurchase this. If I do, I will go with, I think, shade 214 is what I was looking at. I really like a more golden, medium, warm shade, and so that's probably what I'll get. You guys know that I test coming from having melasma, hyperpigmentation, sunspots, blah 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 blah, and if you have perfect skin, you won't need but a fraction of this. So it might be something that would be for those of you that don't have a lot to cover but still want a full coverage look. I'm coming at it as from a point that I do have a lot to cover, but I still want to love a foundation that claims to be full coverage, that will cover everything. And mind you, it certainly did, but will it do that without melting, caking, greasing, fading, transferring? That's what we're going to find out. I hope that this is helpful to you. I know that a lot of you are simply looking not only for the review, you know, does it cover? Absolutely. Does it make me greasy? Yes, it does. After, I want to say like 4 to 6 hours, I start to notice the grease is forming. And I don't know about a 3 to 4 hour foundation. I mean, that just doesn't seem worth it for me for something that claims to be full coverage. That should last, I feel like, longer. However, this one does have an SPF built into it, and I think that might have something to do with how it starts to get greasy throughout the day. At any rate, it's up to you to decide if this foundation is for you. A lot of you would simply call this dewy. I happen to be more of a matte person, but even if this foundation wasn't matte, which it's not really, and it didn't start to break me out and irritate, I see irritation under my skin again, and that's really the deciding factor for me of a no. My face is irritated, and that leads to breakouts, and I just can't wear it. Is it pretty? Yes. If it doesn't break you out and it's doesn't clog your pores, because sweat-proof, waterproof means it's getting into your pores super deep, super deep. So you've got to really, really, really cleanse, double cleanse, tone, use micellar water, really, really rinse, really, really add lots of products and moisturization back into your face, because this product is no joke as far as how it sits on your skin and gets into your skin, gets into your pores, and basically can be pore clogging. So I'm not even an oily person, which really is kind of the telltale sign, I feel. And I don't know, it's odd because I'm not an oily person. So I don't know where all this oil comes from. It's typically just this foundation or foundations that just have not so great products for the skin that do this to me. You know, if you say I still want to try this foundation out, I don't fault anybody for wanting to do that. I mean, I wanted to try it, so of course try this out. This could be your holy grail, who knows. This is, I would consider this neutral undertones. You can see that. I mean, I'm a medium. If anything, this is too light for me, and I did have to add a lot of bronzer to blend in with my summer skin, but this is 210 on my hand, and you can see that it pulls not yellow at all. It kind of blends into my skin. If anything, it could have been a little darker. The thing I don't like about this foundation is potentially you would have to buy literally at least 2, maybe 3 to get your ideal shade at times. For most of us, that's kind of, especially at the price point that it's become. Coverage is really well though. Like, it covers up any age spots. It just covered that little spot up on my hand. And so if you are a medium skin tone and you want something that does not have yellow, does not have pink, does not have, you know, any kind of a pink cast or a yellow cast, this is a neutral. So you could get away with this and then add your normal blush and bronzer. Probably be alright. Basically, do I think this is the worst foundation I've ever tried? Absolutely not. It's very flattering on the skin. I just don't see this as an everyday foundation. I don't notice anything unnatural looking about it. I do think it's interesting that it has SPF 30. I do think it's interesting that it claims to be waterproof, sweatproof. I was sweating. It's hot, super, super, super hot here, probably 120. And it didn't, you know, fall off my face. I have started to notice it sliding around, but again, that being said, after blotting, it still looks pretty good, and I think I could wear this for the rest of the night. But what really bothers me is that it's starting to get that irritating feeling to my face again. And for me, I think I'm just flat out allergic to something in it. I got the bumps, I got the redness, I got the shine back, I got that itchy skin going. I really feel like I need to itch, and I feel like I need to just go wash this off. That's not a good sign for me. But I did have a much better run with it today than I did in my last test, and I think it looks much prettier and much more natural, much more flattering on me than in my last test. I'm glad that I was able to test it out again, and I hope that something that I said or showed was helpful to those of you who are looking for it. I do have on a highlight, so you know, some of that is highlight and not shine. I don't feel like I'm shiny anywhere now. I think what I have on is just highlight right now. So, but my skin does feel still inflamed. If you are sensitive to sunscreen, this might not be one for you. It might not be. It could be, and I, could be totally wrong, but I've read comments about those of you who are sensitive to sunscreen, and I just don't normally have a foundation that makes me want to itch everywhere. It's pretty, but I don't think it's worth it for me. Maybe, like I said, some of you will definitely do better with it, and I know that many of you have said, hey, no foundation is perfect. You're right. It's really not, but I've found, I believe, what is my holy grail, and I wanted to try this one for the SPF and the waterproof because of where I live, and this just did not quite hold up to the standards that I had for it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just okay for me. And for the sheer fact that it breaks me out, it's just not worth the hassle. It wouldn't be something that I really reached for. And that's just basically the bottom line, which is a real shame because I feel like if they would do this without, the SPF, maybe I could wear it, or maybe it's not the SPF at all. I'm really not sure. But it's a no for me, unfortunately. It is very, very pretty today. Looking at it, it looks very nice. Feeling it, it feels horrific on me. And I'm 8 hours in, and you say, well, that's okay for 8 hours. It probably is. But my face doesn't normally do that with a product that works for me for a very long time. And let me know, have you, any of you, had this same reaction? I'm very, very curious. See how the guy just wanted to dig at my face. I'm curious to know if any of you have had allergic reactions, the oily, slick feeling that I get, the itching, the breaking out, irritation, whatever it is. I kind of feel like I'm alone out here and everybody else loves this foundation, and then there's me. Although I had a couple comments saying that they couldn't get, this foundation to work for them either. So I know there are those of you out there that can't use it, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm in the minority, and I don't like that. I want to love these as much as you guys do, and I just cannot get this one to work for me. So that wraps it up. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. I do always appreciate you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I'll talk to you soon. God bless you. Bye-bye.